Hello everyone and welcome to the 2022 mainline. That's right, it's finally here, at least in my neck of the woods. Couldn't find it for the longest time, and now it's finally started showing up in droves, and what better way to kick things off on the channel than with a look at Murray Clutchburn, the Cars 1 Sputter Stop racer, now from Thailand. Now, we haven't gotten a lot of racers on this mold from Thailand, so it's very exciting that we're getting not only Murray, but also Krusty and Floyd in a 2-pack to start off the year. I still have yet to find that, but a video will be coming on it as soon as I do. But as for Murray here, oh boy. He is quite different already, I can tell, and this will make for a fun comparison. But first, let's take a look at the packaging real quick, since this is our first look at 2022 packaging. So, the packaging itself is red primarily with a bit of a white top to it up here. And Murray is featured prominently on the package with the name tag being right here. And a brand new blister design being more aligned with the ones that you'd see in like Mexico and other markets like that for a little while now. It's quite interesting to see that they're going with this, and even more interesting that the card backs are still in full color, which is good. And on the card back here, you can see some good re-releases coming up this year, like Jonathan Rentsworth, I think that is, Donna Pitts, Ramon, Sarge, Sally, McQueen, actually that's Bugmouth McQueen, and Timothy Two-Stroke, I believe that is. So yeah, I mean, 2022 looks okay. There's not really anything new, as far as we know, coming for quite a while, but hey, I'm happy with a variant like this, so let's crack him open and see what he looks like out of the package. Okay, here's Murray all opened up and out of his packaging, and I gotta say, I was hesitant on the Thailand cars this year, specifically ones like Miles Axelrod and Ralph Carlo, who, from the pictures I have seen of them, do not look that pleasing in comparison with their side of variants. Murray, on the other hand, is very nice. Dare I say he might be a little nicer than his Sina counterpart, but we'll get into that. First, let's take a quick look at Thailand Murray himself, starting with the hood decals, or the front decals, not hood, sorry. With the headlights, the grille, which has some really nice bolts around it, connecting it to the body. I think that's pretty cool. Like, it's probably just a sticker, but it's still pretty cool. And then onto the hood, where he's got the Sputter Stop logo in a square design in turquoise, orange, black, white. Sputter Stop, cold engine relief. You know, typical Sputter Stop stuff that you never stop seeing, even on Sheldon Shifter. I think he's still got his slogan somewhere on him. Sputter Stop being one of the few cars to still have their slogan. Anyway, moving on, we have the 92 on the roof in turquoise with orange and white highlights surrounding it, and we fade out of the white back into orange onto the rear, going into turquoise again, with Sputter Stop now in a rectangular shape, all in one, sentence instead of being sputter and stop. It's Sputter Stop. Onto the side of the vehicle, he has the contingency sponsors that every Cars 1 Piston Cup racer has, which is the Piston Cup Nitro Ray, Revolting Octane Gain Mood Springs, No Cell Vitaline, Gaskets, Aspirin, Easy Idle, RPM, Little Turkey Pistons, Leakless, Reshred, and Clutchy. God, I miss saying that. It's always fun going through those. Anyway, he has the 92 in turquoise again on the side, with a turquoise design with orange line between it and the white, another orange line on the back, and turquoise with a tiny Sputter Stop logo covering the gas cap, which is right here. Black rims too, so no paint on them, no decal, which leads to a really clean look. Thailand with decaling their rims, it makes it look all weird, but these black rims look real nice from Thailand. The Lightyear text is very prominent. Also, the contingency decals, I want to point out real quick, my camera isn't picking them up the best, but they're not that blurry. Like, they're still blurry compared to the Sina one, but it's clear that it's not as bad as, like, 2019 Thailand. Anyway, moving on. to the rear of the vehicle, we have Sputter Stop, cold engine relief, again with a cool little decal, in my opinion. The 92 in turquoise again. It's not on either of the taillights. It's actually in a little decal, a white and orange decal. That's really nice. And it says, "You're catching cold in my draft," on his rear bumper, which is pretty cool. Also, orange spoiler. That's cool too. Right side is pretty much the same as the left. So not much to talk about there. Now, for a new segment. My camera just does not want to focus today, guys. Now for a new bit of the comparison segment, I'm going to put both Murrays on screen. Sina over here, Thailand over here, and I'm going to put his art in the center of the screen, somewhere right around here. And I just want to take a moment to compare them. Now, looking at it right now, I'd say that Thailand is a little closer to his art, being turquoise, having the bluest eyes and the right color turquoise as compared to the Sina's darker green. And just overall, he's a lot more vibrant, which matches the art. Now, the grille is still inaccurate on both versions. And, gonna put some stills from the movie in here, too, to see how they stack up against those as well. Let me know your opinions, which one you prefer, down in the comments below, as these images are cycling through. Now, on to the comparison itself. I want to point out that the grille on the Sina version, if my camera would focus, it does not want to focus. There we go. Does not have the same, bolts on them as the Thailand version. So, even though this is still inaccurate of a grille, it's a great detail. I'm pretty sure that was on the Thailand variant of Claude, too. As you can see, the green is a lot lighter up close. The orange is more vibrant on the Thailand release, and the eyes are blue instead of orange. And the eye plate makes it look more like the movie, where, he has a thin line in between the turquoise of his eyes and the orange of his windshield, which isn't conveyed as well on the Sina version as it is on the Thailand version. So props to Thailand for that. The hood decal is just about as clear as it is on the Sina version. But on the side, again, you can see that Sina wins out in terms of the readability of contingency decals yet again. Also, the 92 is basically the same color as the body on the Thailand version, whereas it is a slightly different green on the Sina version. So that's pretty interesting. The logos are basically in identical spots, though, other than that. Same thing with the rear. And same thing with the top. Murray, slightly darker, or slightly smaller, my bad, roof number on the Thailand version, but other than that, not too much. So I'm surprised at how identical they are, because a lot of these guys have been having insane differences, like Rusty Cornfuel's giant roof number, or Ralph Carlo's huge hood logo. Murray being mostly identical besides the color and the eyes is pretty cool to see. I'm glad that he, didn't change too much. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, of course. Again, tell me which one you prefer. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye!